Thank you to our piper, Bruce Cummings from the Lane Fire Brigade Pipes and Drums for the wonderful entrance and processional. I am Dr. Maria Bierman-Fote, and I have the honor of being the EMS training coordinator here at Eugene Springfield Fire. Welcome to all of you who have not been here before, and thank you for coming to celebrate this momentous occasion for our Single Role Academy number 3. I'd like to point out our elected officials that have supported our program. City of Eugene City Manager Sarah Maderi, City of Springfield City Manager Nancy Newton. Without their support, we would not be able to do what we're doing, so it's greatly appreciated. We're live streaming the ceremony so that family and friends and our on-duty Eugene Springfield Fire personnel can join us, though they can't be here in person. To our on-duty crews, thank you for making the time to be with us today. We know how busy your shifts are, and please be safe out there. My apologies to anyone else that I may have missed mentioning. Please know that it is not my intention to overlook you, and I will apologize profusely later. I'm sure some of you are wondering why Eugene Springfield Fire chooses to celebrate the completion of a 7-week new hire academy with such flair. Here we are, all dressed up in our best duds, following time-honored traditions and taking time out of our busy lives to recognize these 8 recruits sitting before us. Today is an acknowledgement of the tremendous dedication and effort each of these individuals has put forth to be successful. The academy wasn't easy, and I'm sure if these recruits were to describe it in one word, that word would be relentless. The dictionary defines relentless as not easing of pace or intensity, sustained vigor, unyielding. This would be fitting because you see, the academy consisted of EMS education all day, every day, for the entire duration of the academy. Topics taught included patient assessment, cardiac arrest, trauma emergencies, stroke care, diabetic emergencies, pediatric emergencies, ALS versus BLS decision-making and treatment, patient lifting techniques, body mechanics, medical documentation, controlled substances, ESF culture, emergency vehicle driving, behavioral emergencies, hazmat awareness, CCR, Lucas devices, respiratory emergencies, and way more than I can stand up here and tell you. I'm tired just reading all of those. Thank you for sitting through our classes. You all passed all the classes. You made it through every topic that we crammed into this academy. That's quite a load of complex, high-level critical thinking development occurring at a very rapid pace. Yet these recruits faced this challenge head-on, diligently worked to absorb the lessons, practiced and perfected their performance in order to reach today's milestone. Today is an acknowledgement that these 7 weeks are only the beginning of what we hope to be a long-lasting career of public service. Those of us who are fortunate to get to experience a 20, 25, or 30-year or longer career, we are doing what we love. We're very fortunate. While that span of time may seem like such a faraway point in the distant future, recruits, believe me, I can promise you that time will go by faster than you can imagine. Retirement will feel like a surprise that you didn't see coming. It's been an amazing privilege to be able to teach and mentor each of you at the start of something that is so amazing and wonderful. Today is also an acknowledgement of another important milestone. Just 3 weeks ago, we celebrated the 1-year anniversary of our first EMS Single Role Academy's graduation. At that time, there were a great deal of questions and concerns and hesitations about exactly how a single role EMS system would fit into the emergency response system here and the established organizational practices. The recruits from that class had initially applied for dual role firefighter positions, but they accepted the single role positions to help us get this program off the ground sooner than otherwise would have been possible. We have some of those people here today. Could you please stand so we can recognize you? thank you, EMS Academy #1 personnel. Because of you and the work you put into the single role system over this past year, the program continues to mature and grow stronger to meet the needs of our community. Though today is about these recruits, an academy would not be possible without the hard work that is invested by our training and support staff. I'd like to take just a few moments to recognize a few of them because they are equally responsible for the success of each recruit. Instructor Ettinger, please stand. Instructor Joe, please stand. Is Fire Training Captain Dan Giles here? They've been kind of busy, so not always here. Fire Training Captain Devin Monty, are you here? And our very important program specialist, Dana Giles. Please stand. She doesn't want to stand. A few other ones that were key in helping us teach routinely that couldn't be here today are firefighter Nikki Senger, firefighter Jonathan Hayes, and our IT specialist extraordinaire, Eric Lands. It truly takes a village to conduct an academy, but we unfortunately do not have enough time to publicly thank all members of this particular village. When you get a moment, please look at the back of your program for the full list of everyone that has contributed to making today possible and successful. And thank you to everyone on this list for everything that you did to support these recruits. I appreciate you. I'd like to introduce our first keynote speaker, Fire and EMS Chief Caven.
First, I'll thank Dr. Bierman for stealing all my material, so this will be really short. Welcome everybody. Welcome to the Eugene Springfield Fire's training facility. Thanks for taking the time to come celebrate these new members of our team as they reach this milestone, graduating the academy and getting ready to serve the citizens of Eugene Springfield and the surrounding areas. This is a big deal. The EMS system here, Eugene Springfield Fire, has been around for a long time. We have innovated since the early 80s when overnight the Eugene Fire Department and the Springfield Fire Department suddenly found themselves in the business of ambulance transport. And they took that transition in stride and said in 12 hours, we'll put people on ambulances and we'll figure this out. And we will serve our community, we will continue to do so. And for the next 40 years, that's what the men and women that have served our communities did. They responded in one way with one workforce, kind of one evolving skill set, but a tremendous amount of pride and commitment to the community we serve. And it was with that pride and commitment that we started to look, well, over the years, I should say, at where the system needs to go, where the support needs to be to really grow it into something special and something dedicated to the medical needs of our community, the health and welfare of our community. And in 2016, we started our BLS program, really with a hope that modeling after some successful programs in California and in Bend, that we could not only introduce a new workforce, but that we could introduce a new program. And we saw success. We saw success in recruiting, in getting people into our organization and a part of this crew sooner. That in 2022, we finally took the last leap of a lot of work and planning from members that are sitting over on this wall to members of the department imagining, what do we need? We were at a breaking point with our EMS system, kind of at capacity, looking for workforce needs, how to meet those. And one thing the organization really grounded in is this is our work. Our name is Eugene Springfield Fire, but we are so much more than that. And this program, starting with our first class, is a reflection of that commitment to evolving to meet our community's needs. And while this group was in the academy learning how to do this important work, our organization was tested with yet another problem, with a hospital closure impending that will force our system to adapt and evolve to a way of delivering EMS and community health needs in a different way. And you all, having completed this adventure, will be on the front lines of helping us explore how we're going to solve that, how we're going to meet people's needs where they are, limit the impact to the emergency system and the hospitals, and do so with an eye for innovation and sustainability. It really is an interesting time to be entering this field. For us that are tasked with leading and planning for the organization, to think about what's next and leverage the current crisis. And you'll find throughout your careers there'll be lots of crises to manage, but we'll be there. We like to say, when in doubt, send fire out, right? We know that for those of you that have worked in the system before or experienced it, when there's not a perfect solution to people's problems, it's us that they send. Whether it's a mechanical problem, a fire problem, a medical problem, we're going to show up and we're going to help make people's day better. And that's really what we ask of you all as you step out from this milestone and hit the street, is work to make people's lives better. And I won't dig too deep into Chief Heppel's material, because I know this is edging in on his talking points, but the reality is that's what we're here to do. Regardless of what it is that we're sent to, regardless of how we're trained, what we're prepared for, we're going to meet people where they're at, try to make their day better, and use all the skills that we've collected from growing up to school, to the academy, to what our FTEPs are teaching you in the field. You're going to use all of those things to figure out how best to solve that problem. That's what we ask of you. That's what our communities ask of you. Right now, these efforts that we've undertaken, the creativity that we've really executed here, has bought us space and trust with our cities as we think about and talk about how we're going to solve the problems of the future, in that we're not just going to keep hitting the problem with the same hammer. We're going to build a new tool, we're going to build a better tool, and we're going to find a better way to do it. And that's what we want you to think about when you're doing this, is how you do your job and what you need to do it better, and communicate that through your chain of command, so that we can plan for your future and plan for the community's needs. Really am proud of the work that you've all done. We've gotten word from the crews that helped participate in your final evaluations that they had a lot of trust and confidence in your ability to do your job, that you performed exemplarily in that process, and they're excited to see you out in the field. And I know that for all the training staff that helped participate in that, that's a huge reward for the investment that they've put in you, is your ability to perform. And so with that, as you move into your career, take care of each other. I'm sure you've built bonds over the last 7 weeks with the folks in this academy. You'll continue those bonds. You'll lean on each other. You'll lean on your new crews and your partners to really take care of you, to make sure that in 20, 30 years, let's not say 40, Scott, goals are good, but this job's hard. You're going to see things, you're going to do things. It's going to be hard. You're going to need people to talk to, and it's okay. It's okay that at the very first difficult call you deal with, you need somebody to talk to. It's not a badge of honor to bury it. We've learned that. Our professions are better because of it. That it's okay to have feelings, good, bad, and different, but maintain these relationships, build new relationships. For the family members, take care of your family. Watch out for them. Be an ear. Watch for changes in their behavior. Reach out. Find ways to take care of them and take their mind off of this work, because it can feel all-consuming sometimes. Good days, bad days. Celebrate the successes. Enjoy this career. It is the best career. Some of my favorite stories were from my time on the ambulance with my partner. One of them's nodding in the back of the room. So that's the things that you remember the most, is those good times in the middle of the difficult times, and the freedom that you have to go out and make things better. So with that, take care of each other. We're proud to have you here. We're excited to see your careers grow. We're excited that our organization, with the advancement of single role and the supervisory positions that go with it and everything else that we've been working on, provides you a whole suite of opportunities to pursue your interests, whether it's to do this job someday, Highly recommend it for those that are interested. But really, the sky's the limit. What you want to do, what you'll see come out of the hospital changes in the types of units that we want to deploy and we're looking for resources to take care of is you're going to be able to follow your interest and make this place better. And again, be incredibly successful. So thank you. Enjoy the day.
The next speaker is someone who has supported EMS throughout his career and continues to work diligently behind the scenes to make the single role program successful. Chief Heppel.
Thank you. Super excited. Certainly I want to acknowledge the training staff along the wall in the back, class 1, most of all the friends, family, parents, et cetera, that are here today. And I'll talk about why you're important in this equation in just a couple of minutes. But first, congratulations, Campy 3. Many of you I've known for years. Some of you are just getting to know. So full spectrum there. Super excited the fact that you're here today, sitting in the front row, getting ready to go into the field and make a difference in our community. I'm going to talk just really quickly about evolution. Chief hit on it a little bit, but as you go out into the field, one thing that is of prevalence is the only constant is change. The only constant is change. We're going to be ever evolving. And that is very, very prevalent in EMS. There's people in this room that when they started their EMS career, we didn't even have a pulse ox. Crazy as it was. We took care of patients without pulse oxes, right? We didn't have 12 leads. We didn't have those things. So many of the things that you are dealing with, and it's just standard diagnostic equipment for you, were things we didn't have. So guess what? 20 to 30 years from now, how are we going to be doing patient assessments? How are diagnostics going to be done? And hopefully you're watching Star Trek, because that's where the cell phone came from, right? And so just being aware that those things are going to continue to evolve, and EMS is going to be at the forefront of that, and so is this organization. People call this organization on a daily basis. I had a council member from Spokane, Washington call me today and say, I need 30 minutes of your time. Why is that? Because I'm hearing about things going on in your organization that is different than what other organizations are doing in the Pacific Northwest. And the cool part is you're a part of that. Now, certainly when we have change, that comes with some challenges and difficulties, and well, sometimes just frankly, it's a pain in the butt. But we're going to overcome that. We're going to move forward, and sometimes change is hard. We talk about being a constant education as being a constant, being a lifelong learner. One thing I will tell you is it is up to you. Opportunity is the intersection of preparedness and timing. Opportunity is the intersection of preparedness and timing. Of that equation, what can you control? Preparedness. So if you lose an opportunity, it's probably because of preparedness. And you can always be preparing for that next step. You can always be preparing for this. So what are my expectations as the Chief of Strategic Services? Is 3 things. And I tell every academy this, and I've done that in the 7 years that I've been here. And it's this, 3 things. 1, respond to calls. 2, prepare to respond to calls. And 3 is to improve the public trust. I wish I could say I did that, but I am the best cut and paster ever. That is actually from a gentleman by the name of Bill Bass, who is the chief of this department, who I have a whole lot of gratitude for. He was the person that was, or the chief that was responsible for bringing this facility to fruition that we enjoy today. Okay? I mean, those sound like very simple things, but think of all the things that go into responding to a call. Dispatch process, getting out the door, getting to the call timely, navigating there, patient contact, doing a differential diagnosis, what's their destination, all these different things are things that you're going into while following your policies, procedures, and your chain of command, and the leadership that is in place there to support you, right? The other one is prepare to respond to calls. And that goes down to just the basic truck checks that are there every day. There's a reason we check the oil in the engine every day. There's a reason you check the batteries on your monitor. Okay, there's a reason why we do those things. It's so you can deliver the best care that you can in a timely manner and it not be a hindrance. Okay? And that also includes your training, working within your station crews, etc. The last one is public trust. Bill would always say, you're driving a mobile billboard. Think about it. Okay, think about it. Scott, how big are the letters on the side of the ambulance? Because you have this memorized. Probably about 16 inches, okay? They're pretty big, right? They're pretty big. So when you go down the road or you know, run a yellow light or make a misturn or do these types of things, right? Whatever it is, people are going to know that it's you. Okay? Joanna will probably talk about, you know, it's not about what you did to the patient, but it's how they felt in the end. Not everybody needs to be intubated, and many of your patients will just need you to hold their hand. Sometimes that's all they need. That can instill the trust with them. Please recognize you're going to have good days. You're going to have some bad days. But I guarantee the good days will far outweigh some of the bad days that you're going to have. Stick together when you're having those bad days. Trust the other members in your station. They're going to be there to support you all along the way. Leadership is going to be there to support you along the way as you go there. But most of all, it's your family. That's where you come in. Thank you for being here. Thank you for trusting us with them. Thank you for that. But most of all, thanks for trusting them to take care of us in our community. Out there.
Thank you, Chief Apple. Our next speaker holds the title of EMS Chief and frequently serves as an instructor and presenter for our academies. It is my pleasure to welcome Chief Campy to the podium.
I actually wrote a speech, but now I'm like, so much for that, because I think everything was covered in here. I just want to state how proud I am of all of you. Our academies are hard, and I know they're hard. I watch people as they anguish and attend the 7 weeks. I watch our fire academies. They're hard too. It is hard what you do here in training. But you've made it past that hurdle, and so congratulations to all of you. That was a huge milestone, and that is now behind you, but it's just the beginning. As you enter the field of medicine here, you will have many opportunities to reflect on your performance. Reflection is really a private after action, asking yourself, did I follow the right protocol? Was I prepared for what I needed to do? Did I use the right words? Did I know what I was doing? Did I get it right? And this self-evaluation is a really important part of the equation of learning. But this self-talk is important. And it's important to remember what Brené Brown said. She said, talk to yourself as you would someone you love. Instead of saying, boy, I really messed that up, maybe you can say, okay, what do I need to do better? Don't forget to acknowledge the good that you do also. We frequently forget that. The inward feeling of, I nailed that. That call was awesome. We rocked it. Those feelings go a long way. Make sure you acknowledge those successes because they can be easily overlooked. In medicine, often you get to pick your provider. If you don't like your doctor, you can get a new one. An ER nurse said to me once, it is always good to remember that there is the practice of medicine and there is the art of medicine. Meaning that anyone can practice medicine, but some people do it better than others. In pre-hospital emergency medicine, the patient does not get a choice who comes to their side. When they are in need, they get whoever is on duty. So remember that. They don't get a choice, but you do. You have the choice to do or be whatever you want to be in this life. And as of today, you've made the choice to be an EMS professional and serve in our community, the community that I live in. At some point, you may decide to make a different decision, and that's okay. But when you are in, you need to be all in. Maya Angelou is credited with the quote, do the best you can until you know better. Then when you know better, do better. If you didn't get it right, It is your responsibility to do better. I expect you to do your best, and when your best isn't good enough, I expect that you will learn and do better next time. The people you will serve deserve the best, not barely. Always remember, you are here by choice. One afternoon, I asked a group of firefighter paramedics at Eugene Fire Station 10, if you were giving advice to any new EMS professional, what would you tell them? Would you tell them about the bad parts of the job, or would you tell them only about the good parts? One said it best. He said, I would only tell them the good parts. Not because I want to trick them into thinking there aren't bad parts of the job, but because this job is what you make of it. For every bad thing, there is a good thing. EMS professionals get to see patients in their very worst, and they also get to see them in their very best. Choosing to become an EMS professional gives you the unique opportunity to serve. You will see your community like no one else will see it. And if you choose to see good, you will see good. And if you choose to see bad, you will only see the bad. This career will be what you make of it. It is your choice. And after 30 years as a paramedic, I can tell you that is a true statement. When you're looking for something, you will find it. Be careful what you're looking for. Be very, very careful. If you don't like what you're seeing, be the change. A positive attitude is infectious. However, be warned, so is a negative attitude. Be the change that you want to see, and be the partner that you want to work with. Be very careful what you're looking for. To the families, I can only tell you from my own experience, my husband is an engineer paramedic with this department, and I can tell you that sometimes it feels like the Murphy phenomenon always happens when your spouse is on shift. I can honestly tell you, the kids getting sick, the car breaking down, being locked out of the house, had nothing to do with your family member being on shift. It just sometimes happens that way. It's not their fault. Sometimes your EMS professional that's up here will need a shoulder to cry on. They will need someone to listen to them. They will need to be angry. They will need to laugh. They may need professional help at some point to offload the burden that they are carrying from the profession that they have chosen. My extended family has referenced me as the fun vampire. Sometimes I'm really strict with safety rules, and they think I suck the fun out of everything, which is why they call me the fun vampire. They just don't know what I know as a paramedic. I value life differently from those that have not seen or experienced the things that I have. I know how fragile we as humans are and that there is no rewind on life. I also know that it is really important that just as we see our sympathetic nervous system get challenged every day, it is equally important to develop our parasympathetic nervous system and to experience the calm that life can bring also. Make sure that you, family, are helping them develop their parasympathetic nervous system, and take them away from here and vacation. And not vacation like there's no tomorrow. Truly relax and vacation. Gandhi gave us many inspiring words throughout his life, and I believe this one is applicable today. Gandhi said, "Carefully watch your thoughts, for they become your words. Manage and watch your words, for they become your actions. Consider and judge your actions, for they will become your habits. Acknowledge and watch your habits, for they shall become your values. Understand and embrace your values, for they will become your destiny." I hope you all take away from Eugene Springfield Fire as much as I have and have a long, successful career. I have loved it. I also hope that you inspire the people around you to be their best. You are stronger together, and together, we will all have success as one. Welcome to the team.
recruits. I'm sure your family and friends have noticed that you've been rather preoccupied these last 2 months. I'd even bet that they might say that you've done nothing but eat, sleep, and breathe EMS throughout this time period. How about we give them a peek into what these last 7 weeks have been like for you and why you've been so distracted. I present to you your graduation video. I have to tell you, my favorite picture is the one where you're all on top of the hillside. Like, which little mountain did you have them climb, Scott? Was it? Spencer's Butte. And the purpose of that exercise is that they can see everywhere that they are charged with protecting in the community. Next, I'd like to call instructors Edinger and Job to the podium to present the class address and awards.
Hello. Can you hear me okay? Okay. Hey guys, first of all, I want to address the recruits. Congratulations. This was not an easy academy with tests ranging from 120 to 286 questions. All of you passed with flying colors on those, with scenarios that were taking upwards of 26 minutes, if I'm not mistaken. You had a lot to do, and they weren't just the run-of-the-mill scenarios. They were all very involved. We tested you with any type of call that you may see out there, and all of you did amazing. To everyone else out there, I asked the recruits to use these 5 rules for success. Recruits are gonna have to help me stage right. Rule 1, what was rule 1? Absolutely, be the hardest worker in the room. A lot of you did extremely well with that in the academy. Please continue that onto the line. What was rule 2? Always be improving. You are graduating the academy today, but you have your entire probation in front of you and the rest of your career as well. Continue to improve. What was rule 3? Help others who are struggling. Some of us had some very strong points and some of us had some opportunities. As long as we continue to help each other out and continue to grow, we will be okay. What's rule 4? Be kind. It is very easy to get salty. I like that word. Get salty. Continue to be kind to one another. If you're feeling short-fused or you feel like you're going to have some sort of bad interaction, just remember, it's easy to be kind. And my favorite rule, what's rule number 5?
Have fun.
Have fun, you guys. This is a long career, and we do a lot of things that sometimes leave us feeling not super great. So remember to have fun when you can. In the academy, as you guys saw on the video there, we play a lot, right? We had a lot of fun in the academy, but we work very hard. We earned the right, we earned the time to be able to play. And every one of the recruits here did that today. So I just want to tell you all I'm very proud of you. Continue to make me proud and make the rest of our department proud as well. Thanks, everybody.
Hello, welcome. Thanks for being here today. EMS Academy 3, congratulations, you did it. First, I'd like to thank our fire chief, Chief Caven, for his unconditional support. And to Chief Heppel, Chief Campy, Dr. Bierman, Karen Anderson, and Scott for their dedication to this class's success. To Chief Bishop, Chief Frost, and all of training staff for their commitment to this department. Thank you to the crews who came out on shift and helped with this academy's success. Thank you for everyone who's watching today. Be safe out there. And thank you to you guys, the families out there, for supporting these 8 individuals. The amount of support and dedication needed for their success is high. We recognize that. And I ask you to please continue that support for them as they continue and grow throughout their career. To the graduating class, again, congratulations. And I ask you to love what you do. Your work is going to be a big part of your life, and the only way to be satisfied is to do what you believe is great work. And the only way to do great work is to love what you do. We are blessed to be a part of the greatest calling in the world, and we have to earn it every day. Never lose your compassion and enthusiasm for the job. Stay dedicated, stay positive, and stay humble. Never stop learning, and never underestimate a strong pot of coffee. Remember that practice makes permanent, not perfect. Quality training matters. And try to dedicate time each shift for your crew, for your apparatus, and for your station. Again, congratulations, be safe, and welcome to the family.
So I'd like to present EMS 3 with an award. This award historically was the Golden Pen Award, and it was awarded to those who wrote the best charts. Somehow the Golden Keyboard Award didn't exactly translate quite the same, so this award has transmuted into something else, which we call the Karen Anderson Award. I was extremely lucky to be, when I was in the academy, to have Nurse Karen Anderson as my instructor, and I'm all the better for it. So this award, it is still a golden pen, but it is dedicated to the person that cares so much about their crew, that cares so much about the success of others, the constant giving of oneself. I can't stress that enough. You guys were all stressed for your own success. You all wanted to graduate the academy. But this one person in particular continued to be that person that was giving of themselves to the rest of the academy. We have a team lead each week. It was a table that was the team lead. And they would have the rosters prepared. They would make sure that the logistics order was done, that we had everything we need, drug checks were done. This was the team lead. This particular individual continuously acted as the team lead even when they weren't. Not in a pushy way, in the good way, the kind that continues to make sure that the success of their cohorts was prominent. So, Nurse Anderson, would you mind helping me present this award? Can we please give Nurse Karen Anderson a round of applause? As an instructor, I find myself asking, WWNAD, what would Nurse Anderson do? And at the end of the day, if I get even remotely close to that, then I think I'm doing okay. So I have the golden pen for you. And again, this person not only was successful themselves, but worked very hard for the success of their cohorts in the class. And this award goes to Andrew Melton. Thank you.
Congratulations, Andrew. Well deserved. Chief Heppel, please do us the honor of conducting the oath of office. Recruits, please prepare to receive the oath. If you please stand up and face the audience.
You could all raise your right hand and repeat after me. I state your name. I do solemnly pledge that I will faithfully perform the duties of emergency medical services provider. I will strive to conserve life, alleviate suffering, promote health, and act for the good of the community. That I will uphold the rules and regulations of this department, and that I will faithfully discharge the duties of my position. Congratulations.
You can have a seat. Chief Campy, Instructor Ettinger, Instructor Joe, please come up and prepare to present the badges. A little about what you're about to see for the rest of you. Chief Campy will be calling up each recruit and the support person that they've selected to pin on their badge. Instructor Ettinger will hand the badge to the support person, and you will pin the badge on your recruit's left chest. There are some small eyelets in their shirt. You only have to put the pin through the first one. Don't worry about pinning it and trying to secure it. It takes way too long. The recruits will manage that part afterwards. Once that's been done, the support person, you can go ahead and return back to your seat. Recruits, you will then work your way over to the instructor line so that we can congratulate you individually. Prior to going back to your seat, I should mention, please go, you're standing on this side. Please turn this way so that our lovely photographer can capture a picture of this moment.
The tradition of the badge in the fire service dates to the Crusades. There are lots of symbols on our badge. The first is the Maltese cross. It represents loyalty to the citizens that we serve who are in danger and a willingness to sacrifice personal safety to do so. The next is the seal. It is the center of the scramble. It represents a dedication to always be prepared and a promise to be ready to go on a moment's notice. Third is the bugles. The bugles on our badge represent leadership and acting in a way that others can follow. The badge represents our unfettered access to public trust. Fire and EMS personnel are the only ones who can enter the homes of citizens without a warrant or express permission. This is because fire and EMS personnel arrive on the scene during an emergency, and citizens trust fire and EMS personnel to care and protect them and their families when in need. It is critical that we keep the public's trust sacred. There are a few times in your career that a badge is presented to you. The first is the graduation from the academy, and after that, it will only occur when you have earned a promotion. It is an outward symbol that you are part of our department. Each of the recruits today has selected someone special for them to pin on their badge. The first recruit, Beatrice, please come forward. Beatrice's mother is going to pin her badge today. Belindel, please come forward. Congratulations. John Dunworth, please come forward. John has selected his wife, Lisa, to pin his badge. Congratulations. Trevor Duran, please come forward. Trevor has selected his father, Rob Stacy. Cole Kennedy, please come forward. Cole has selected his wife, Valerie. Congratulations. Andrew Melton, please come forward. Andrew has selected his children, Lily and Levi Melton. Congratulations. Brad B. Hafrick. Brad has selected his wife, Colleen. Congratulations. Justin, please come forward. Justin has selected his wife, Katie. Congratulations. Kylie, please come forward. Kylie has selected her sister, Tinsley. Congratulations.
Now, don't be tempted to wear your helmets on the way home in the car that won't fit. It's been a wonderful experience witnessing each of you receive this honor today and to be so close to your first day out on the line as a full-time member of this department. Eugene Springfield Fire is a proud organization steeped with traditions and time-honored values. In EMS, we really love our mnemonics. Mnemonics help us to remember really important information quickly and easily. Recruits, can you remember the one word that we use to remember our department values? Nice. Better yet, can you recite the values? The mnemonic that they used, Tarzia, is the Italian word for mosaic. If you think of our department badge as a mosaic, or a stained glass window with each section standing for a department value, you will forever be able to remember our values in an instant. Teamwork, accountability, respect, service, integrity, and adaptability. These aren't just words that we hang up on a wall. These are the headers for almost all of the sections in every daily evaluation and weekly evaluation that we use throughout the academy because they are the guiding light for everything that we do. One thing that I haven't mentioned yet is that this academy was unique compared to our prior ones. This academy combined EMT and paramedic level providers into one class. The hope of our grand experiment was to best equip each level with not only the knowledge and tools to perform at their provider level, but to also work seamlessly as a team of mixed level providers. It takes extra attention to detail and planning to anticipate your partner's needs, which can only be done if you are intimately familiar with their role. The best teams work in concert with each other, respecting what each person brings to the team, and acknowledging that every role in our team is equally valuable. Like instruments of an orchestra, each provider level contributes to the performance to make it whole, complete. There's a common EMS saying. It goes, paramedics may save lives, but EMTs save paramedics. Right, Cole? Much of what we do on critical calls will fail if we don't remember to do the basics. With an EMT at your side, these important tasks will get done. Recruits, I challenge you to take and keep control of your mindset throughout your career. Remember that you are a professional. The public servant that can consistently control their mindset is the public servant that will enjoy a lengthy career and gain from it many fond memories instead of becoming bitter and disillusioned. As the years go by, do the best to retain a high level of compassion and competency, which are just two of the many characteristics of professionalism that we discussed. When the public calls 911, as Chief Campy so eloquently stated earlier, they are expecting the best of the best to come to their side because they do not have a choice. You are that expert who's been deployed to their side. You have the responsibility to be on your A game on every call of every shift for your time here. Keep in mind that though it may be your 200th time running that particular call, most of the time it's that patient's first time and only time calling 911. You will be representing each and every one of us that wears the same ESF emblem on our shoulders. And during these encounters, please make us proud, especially in those moments when being kind and compassionate are hard. This career isn't easy, but it's incredibly rewarding if you do it right. I encourage you to take the lessons that you've been given on being teachable, humble, and professional to guide you through the following days, months, and years. And it really, I'm going to go off script for just a moment because I'm so proud to have heard most of everything that I'm giving you in my closing remarks from everyone that's been on the side of this wall, because that tells you just how unified we are in our vision. I, as well as the rest of the training and support staff, are looking forward to watching you continue to develop and seeing all that the future has to offer you. And I congratulate each and every one of you. This is a momentous occasion, and we're so very proud. I'd like to invite everyone here to join us in the atrium for some refreshments. I know you're all really excited to be able to congratulate your recruit, but I've learned the hard way that if we don't do the picture at the very beginning, it doesn't get done any sooner or easier. It's like herding cats. So please remain seated. The recruits will stand and exit first. Please feel free as they exit to cheer, holler, make a celebration out of their exit. I appreciate that. Recruits, please rise, face the audience. Chief Caven, I present to you EMS Single Role Academy 3, ready for assignment.